Hello and good evening, everyone, or perhaps good morning, as is often the case. Curse this curved globe of ours. I hope this finds you well and happy. This is Silver-Quill talking to you on my first stream of 2022. And for this special event, I have a great and good friend who I'm thrilled to have on with us. Please help me welcome Anthony C.
Hey, yes, thank you. Thank you, hold the applause.
I can, but I can also just change it. So now laugh at his jokes. Okay, now shut up. There we go. See? It works so well.
What's this about a curved earth? I'll have you know that the Flat Earth Society is real, damn it.
The Flat Earth Society is real. Their beliefs are not.
All of the planets may be round, but this Earth? Oh, prove to me that it is not a globe. Not a flat square.
We're on a flat square?
Or something. Yeah, it's a square, right? It has four corners?
Four corners of the Earth? But you know what? If that's the case, why is it not like a Earth pancake?
Earth pancake?
Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
it's too easy to stack. All the aliens would just stack them up in a row because it's neater.
Exactly, and out there, forget the flying spaghetti monster, we've got the grand maple syrup. Flavor of the universe.
We're a tasty little snack, aren't we?
Oh, yes, very, very.
We have all the tastiest animals.
Actually, I think Mad Munchkin is in the chat has it right. The Earth is pear-shaped.
It's pear-shaped?
Yep, that's about how things tend to go. We just all going pear-shaped here.
Looks good in bell-bottom jeans.
Ooh la la.
Indeed.
And let's see. I want to give some quick shout-outs to folks in the chat, because it's always good to see y'all. I see Trinary.
Party.
Little Heart Raccoon, I'm afraid can't join us, but thank you for the quick shout-out. Gojaline91, oh, it's good to see ya. Jude 3300 and Pokemon Fire Eevee. Evangelion 007. Rocket Raider. Jasper Flare and Preston Cox.
Do you owe these people money or something? How many people are there?
Well, let's see here. According to the YouTube, there's 36 people watching right now.
36?
36.
Oh, you sure?
I don't know over on the Twitch, but over on the Twitch, we have Helsing Ghost, Cherry Fluff Belly, good to see you. Phantom Master 117, Steven
Phantom Master,
Steven EXE Hey 333, and Riverdale'em. I'd like to give shout outs to all the folks watching because I've got new faces, I've got returning faces. I can't see any of their faces. But I see.
We want to see your faces. We love your faces.
The pretty faces. You don't want to see my face on the stream. I learned that a long time ago.
Yes, we do. What are you talking about? Who said they don't want to see your face?
Well, I'll tell you who didn't say that. Syncry, Ranch Hog, Venpai, M480 Thunderbird, and Nexus Galaxy, and Magical Dude.
Magical Dude. Oh, I love all the names. They're so great.
And Keldo Studies, who says, hello, handsome pigeon. I appreciate that. Calling me handsome pigeon.
Handsome pigeon.
Handsome pigeon.
Is that your sound effect, or is that just something that happens when people give you money?
Yes. That is my sound effect because Trinary likes to spoil me rotten.
Hey. Oh, that's nice. I've been watching a bit of Twitch, and there's tons of sounds and alerts and effects on it. I don't know. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. Well, I've got just a few prompts. Let's see here. So, believe I haven't covered everybody in the chat, but I've given as many shoutouts as I can, including to Inquisitor 751 and Missy 394. And let's see here, Jelly Mist, and let's see, there was someone posting around with Magical Dude. Oh, I saw Master Code, Ace Analyst. And
You already said Magical Dude.
Yes, and
he gets 2 shout-outs?
Well, that we're posting with Magical Dude. That was Keldo Studies.
Okay.
Acha. All right.
Post with people.
Oh, and the illustrious Q is with us. Howdy, Q.
That was the Q man.
Is the Q man? I know he's doing well.
He can be Q ball.
Oh no, I've already got the head start on that.
He can be 8-ball. Q, you can be 8-ball.
Oh, great. Cue ball in the side pocket. Boom. Oh, and Magical Dude has Doritos. Good for you. Wait.
Doritos?
Doritos.
Oh, love me some Doritos. Can I have some?
Actually, the
Send
question...
them to mail, but...
You can email them at Anthony C., care of Australia. Just Australia.
Just the whole nation. It will figure it out for me. We have a fantastic postal service.
Ooh, not many places can claim that. Actually, I shouldn't be mean to the Postal Service. They deal with too much. Especially these days.
What's going on here?
Ooh, Kelto Studies is saying that you could be the next David K. / Beast Wars Megatron. You have that soothing voice, yes.
Wait a minute, Beast Wars Megatron? I never saw Megatron in Beast Wars. Is he a main character?
Oh, he is the big bad.
He's the big bad. Is he a beast?
He starts off as a T-Rex, then he went through a dragon phase. Then in Beast Machines, he got a little crazy.
A little crazy.
Like megalomania. You know, we all have that phase. It's called puberty.
Does he still have that device that prevents him from being nice? Anytime he does something nice, it warns him you're being nice. That's wild.
You know, I could see him outfitted with one of those. I know, like G1 Megatron, they had like a scene where his chest beeps, and the first thing he does is throw an Energon cube at Starscream's head.
You suck.
It's almost like everyone's coming to this like just a preset alarm. Be sure to abuse Starscream today.
No, yeah, that's what it is. He's admiring the beauty of the cube thing he's holding. He's liking it, and then his chest warns him, nah, that's too wholesome and pure. Be mean immediately.
Take it out on Starscream. Yep, that sounds about right. You're an idiot, Starscream.
You need to know the logic behind that. What is the deal?
What is the actual deal? Like, in the show, why does he beat?
Yes. Yeah, what is that?
Well, he got a message from one of the little cassette spies. Those animals that are all hanging out in Soundwave's chest.
Okay.
I did a search once to find out how many of those little critters are in Soundwave's chest. He's got a freaking biome in there.
Oh. So he's like a TARDIS?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the way he can fit all those cassettes in his chest, I could buy TARDism. TARDisism.
Oh, no, Silva, I don't think you're allowed to say that word on the internet.
What, TARDIS? I'm a Whovian. I'll say it from the rooftops.
So TARDism. Oh, no, I said it.
You said it. Now we're all in trouble.
The special people police are coming to get me.
They're coming to take me away. Ha ha. They're coming to take me away. Ha ha. They're coming to take me away.
Boy, this stream turned a little controversial.
Oh, it always turns a little controversial. It wouldn't be personal if I was just saying completely neutral and fine things.
You are hearing us talk on Silver-Quill's art channel. Thank you for participating in this magnificent and illustrious event. Now listen to me rapidly open and close this pen. 45 minutes of unstoppable greatness.
Although try not to envision what he's really doing as he makes that sound effect. Like, oh, what could it be?
Satisfying. So what are we doing today?
Well, today is a little bit of just personal work. I am still working to fulfill art requests, but also, or art thank yous to my Patreon supporters, but I also want to keep up on the reviews. So, what you see here is a preliminary sketch for a title card I had in mind. I've recorded the script for The Storm Heist, a canceled idea for a New Generation movie.
Canceled idea for the New Generation.
This was done very, very fast. Well, no, very, very early in the production process. It was from a completely different write-up of the story. And yet the artist who handled the animatic and put it all together, he shared it online.
Nice.
And I wanted, it seemed like a fun idea to talk about.
Yeah.
And also,
it's going to be a show. One of your special magical shows.
Yes, my magical mystery reviews.
And after the fact,
yes,
as it were.
Very after the fact, as this was never even part of the film, and the film is aired.
Not even the fact.
Not even the fact. Yes, this is after the denial of the fact.
Denied.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always interesting watching, looking up media, canceled media, or iterations of stuff as the creative process molds a work of art into shape, and you can see just exactly what was cut, what was canceled, and all that preliminary artwork and stuff. You get a better insight into why the finished media is the way it is. Sometimes you ask why didn't they do the thing that they were planning to do? It's like, ooh.
Yes,
but oftentimes it's insightful.
Well, I've experienced that when I went over the G5 designs, and we showed some concept art that had been generously provided online. Some people were saying, "Oh, why didn't they go with that design? Why didn't they stick with this or that? That looks so much better." Now, honestly, asking that question of the actual production staff, that might be kind of rude. At least phrase it that way. It's like, what were the influences that led to this final design? There's a more helpful question. It's technically asking the same thing, but you're constructive in how you're asking.
Right.
Which I've learned is not always an easy trait for people. We like to ask questions, but we're not always constructive with our questions.
It's a talent. Some people can have a positive motive and ask in completely the wrong way. It all comes off as condescending. So you got to develop the talent of being tactful.
Tactful? Terrifying idea.
Say the right things to the right people, children, and a whole world of opportunity is open to you. But say the wrong things to the wrong people, or the right things to the wrong people, or the wrong things to the right people, and your whole world falls apart. I think that made sense.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. It's just kind of, it's kind of crazy. That's actually the theme of this Netflix series out there, Arcane. I don't know if you've gotten to see it.
I've heard the name, no.
Well, it's a very well done series. I'm very impressed, and the political aspects and the way the politics can change you is very much on display with this.
What is it?
Well, how can I describe? In this fantasy world, there are two very distinct literal stratas of political society. So the wealthy live in this upper scale city of progress, and the people who are not doing so great are in this underground. Now, two forces are at work in this. One is the development of easily accessible magic that can be brought to every person. It's removing a boundary that mages once enjoyed. But in the Undercity, there is this mutating drug that is just it does horrible things to the body, and yet it also turns them into something of a juggernaut. So, and it explores the life of a man who is the inventor of this so-called hex tech, and a woman who is struggling to protect her friends and family in the underground. And I shall say no more, for there are plenty of gut punches, understandable mistakes, and really it's just everyone in it. There's no like clear cut, oh, this person's pure good and this person's pure evil. They make mistakes and you understand why they made them. You can kind of empathize with the mistake, which I find a tremendous characterization. That's all I want to give away on that, because otherwise I'd be giving spoilers.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like... All right, so can you give me the Jim Sterling perfectly objective review of what it is?
Arcane is an animated program. That is to say, it is pictures put together that are sequential to give the illusion of movement. It takes place on Netflix, which is called a streaming service. A streaming service is not like regular television in that you have to have the internet.
That's good. I was wondering about a few of those details.
I could probably go into... The other thing is the animation style is I don't know if these folks like took a page from Into the Spider-Verse, but they've got their own distinct style, and it's working wonderfully. Okay.
It's produced by Netflix?
That part I didn't look. I forget who makes it. They did say Riot Games at the beginning, but they're the folks who run... what is this?
Critical Role?
Gosh darn it. This is like one of the biggest MMOs out there right now. Why am I...
Raid Shadow Legends.
You know, I keep wanting to say that, but I feel like that's not quite. Arcane...
Riot Games have done Valorant, League of Legends.
League of Legends, that's what it is.
And Teamfight Tactics. Wow, I've heard of all of these.
So, as far as I know, it's a League of Legends universe, but since I don't play League of Legends, I know very little of it.
Spin-off franchise.
Oh yeah, they're gonna franchise the bejeebers out of this.
Yeah. That's always always fun to see.
Well, hey, if you can make a good series based on a video game, do you know how liquid gold that is?
Oh.
I mean, I'm still bracing for when we finally get the trailer of the Mario movie.
Money for nothing and the kicks for free. Mario movie? Get out of town.
Oh, yes.
Get out of town. Seriously, sir, please. Mario, please.
Oh,
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt playing everything.
I don't understand. Seriously. No, you know what? I understand perfectly well. They got what is no, they didn't get anyone. Illumination said, let's do this now. We've done everything else. Now we'll move on to Mario. And so they're going to make a very conventional, got to rescue the princess story. And we'll get, who can we get? We'll get a bunch of celebrities, as per usual, to play the voices. And gee, Mario has a long time, most fan beloved voice actor who really identifies with his character. He's loved him dearly since the beginning, and everyone loves him back for it. It's wonderful. I guess if we replace him, everyone's going to ask why. Maybe we can just get him to do the classic voice for Mario, as per usual, as he has done for the last 25 years. No, let's see what computer says. Computer says no. Yeah, we stand to make a lot more money if we cast a big-name celebrity as the main character. But gee, everyone's going to think that's terrible. So, and really personally insulting to the guy who everyone loves. I know. We'll get him in a side role somehow.
He can be Papa Mario.
Yeah, that'll be right. He'll be like Clint Howard, relative of the main character. No, what am I thinking of? Brian Doyle Murray. He'll be like Brian Doyle Murray. Like that's Bill Murray's brother. He can play Bill Murray's father. Bill Murray's character's father or something. We'll stuff him in there sideways.
Hey, Mario, I am your brother's cousin's father's son's second roommate.
I'm from the multiverse.
That's right. I'm from the stereotype sounding universe. We don't like to talk about it.
We don't actually speak Italian, just a fraction English. Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of bracing myself for that trailer.
Yeah,
Though, speaking of franchises, we have a question in the chat. Are you by chance a Scooby-Doo fan?
I dabbled.
Dabbled? Do you have...
Like a long time ago, yeah.
Do you remember any specific unmasking scene, like, Old Man Withers, or something like that?
Oh, gee. Freaking, they're all the same. I can't remember a specific one. I can remember when they specifically unmasked Scrappy Doo in the movie. That first live action movie with Matthew Lillard.
Oh, yes.
And it was Scrappy Doo in a person suit or something? I don't know. What? Or Rowan Atkinson trying his very best to sell it. It's like, it's Old Man Henderson. Yes, thank you, Corey. Why do you ask?
Well, because a person in the chat asked, and I try to convey the questions.
Why, person in the chat? Why? Why do you do this to me? It was Scrappy in Mr. Bean because. Yeah, that's exactly right. It was just cuz. Why, Chad? Why do you make me remember these things?
Because
Man, that was a long time ago now.
Oh, believe me, franchises were never that far away. A long time ago, in a franchise far, far away. We're making 50 of these.
They reboot them all, and then they fail, and then eventually it all turns into a multiverse, and they bring them all back, according to Spider-Man.
Oh yes, well, hey, I would not lie, I enjoyed the Spider-Man and its multiversitude.
Okay, yeah, apparently a lot of people did. That was it's so far been the third most successful opening blockbuster Marvel movie ever or something. I don't know. Heck, it's got all your favorites in there, so I don't see why you wouldn't. Freaking Willem Dafoe, man. Alfred Molina. It's got Doc Ock from everybody's favorite Spider-Man movie, right? It's like, except mine. But Spider-Man 2. I get it. It's a fun movie, and Alfred Molina was great in it. So it's like, it's got Doc Ock. Let's give it up, man.
But do you have a favorite Spider-Man movie?
It's still probably Homecoming. Although I just saw Far From Home and I loved it. I think they're both good movies. They're both better movies than either of the Raimi films, in my opinion. And that's a tough sell, I know, because Willem Dafoe, man. But but how can you beat was it the Vulture? Who was he again? Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton, and it ties into the Avengers universe, and it opens up so much stuff. And the sequel to it, Far From Home, has Jake Gyllenhaal being a practical villain. It's like, what the fudge? He's like a combination of Syndrome with his master plan of pretending to be a hero, and Megamind at the same time with the many billions of drones. And it's like, what? It's like, Yeah, or the Vulture. Yeah, Vulture. Yeah, is that his name? Vulture. Yeah. Thank you, Jonah Seaman. Thank you, Jonah, for all of your comments. Yeah, so I enjoyed both of those movies quite a bit because they pay a lot of attention and care to all their characters, and also the plot kind of makes sense, kind of, sort of. I thinking about the second one I just saw. The only thing that really hurts it is the tech. Is that the drones are perfectly cloakable? It's like, hold up, you have perfect cloak technology? Why bother with anything else? You can be invisible.
Yeah, what else do you need?
Yeah. But anyway, and you're going to use perfect cloak technology to make a bunch of drones so you can be a personal superhero just cuz? What? The Avengers are funded by Tony Stark. He made the money by selling arms and I guess electricity. I don't know how he makes his money, but he had money. There's no money in being an Avenger. It's a massive, massive expense. Yeah, what do you hope to? What's your business model, Jake Gyllenhaal? You're just gonna steal from people? Then you're not an Avenger. You're a villain.
I guess that's the idea. I mean, he's just like, he wants fame and fortune. What he does when the first genuine villain shows up on the Avengers doorstep?
That's the point. Yes. What exactly is his goal? To be the big badass super avenging superhero who can beat a Thanos level threat with illusions. That's his goal, and he has a dedicated team set up to do it. He's really fun, but his motivations stink. Whereas the Vulture has pretty good motivations. He just wants to make money for his family, and he got gypped by the government. He got gypped by Tony Stark and the Avengers, and it's like, and he had a good life. He had a good life, and they came and took it away from him. So he's like, I just rearranged my world for this. What are you talking about? I can't clean up the mess. Oh, the alien mess. Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll just steal it and make some money on my own anyway. He's an American. He's got the American dream. He's a capitalist. He's a
lot like the original Ghostbusters.
He pulls a Pablo Escobar. Yes. Yes. He's got an unlicensed nuclear something or other, I'll tell you what.
He's got unlicensed lots of something or others.
Yeah. And he's going to make some cash, and you got to respect that because, he's got a family.
Although there was, I thought that was the gravity gun.
Yeah, I know. And he's a little bit morally questionable. I was like, ooh, thought that was a gravity gun. He kills a guy. Oops. Oh, well. That's a little off key, but, it's like, oh, well.
But then again, the guy he shot was not exactly Mr. Innocence and Sunshine himself.
Yeah. They didn't kick the dog. He kicked the rabid, angry dog over there. I'm a bad guy. I'll go and kick some more bad guys. He's a Dexter. Yeah, he murders murderers. Yeah.
Though, goodness, if they had tried to get him into Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. I'm hoping for a lot of stuff. It's what I love about the fact that it's connected to the MCU. Actually, is there's a lot of potential there. Like Nick Fury, for example, the many different versions of Nick Fury we see. It's like, yes, please. He opens up so much potential and alien races and stuff. It's great. It's that was my big beef with the Raimi films, and I'm afraid I haven't seen the sequel, the newer versions. With James, not James. Come on, everybody! Come on, chat, help me out. Who was it? Who was he? Mr. Hairdo. He is definitely the prettiest Spider-Man.
Oh, prettiest Spider-Man.
James Garfield. Okay, yes, the James Garfield ones. I haven't seen the Amazing Spider-Man. Sorry. But I can say my biggest problem. It looked like it had the same one. The same big problem I had with the Raimi films. Andrew Garfield. It's Andrew Garfield. Thank you. Sorry, Andrew James Garfield. Am I thinking of James Franco? Yeah, I'm thinking of James Franco, who's in a totally different series. No. Okay. Andrew Garfield. Thank you. Thanks, Kevin and Noah and Evangelion 007. Evangelion 007. Evangelion doesn't have an A in it. Anyway.
That's why I go with Evangelion. Who knows?
Evangelion.
Who knows? Maybe
Evangelion?
I'm going with maybe. Oh, that'd be great. I just picture you 007 there going like, no, you're pronouncing it wrong. You got it wrong.
So easy to get these things wrong. What are you, a weeb?
No, very much. Weed me alone, please go away.
You're some sort of Japanophile.
Oh my.
Yeah. So, yeah, my big problem with the Raimi films was that they felt the bad guys were it was short on villains. It was kind of short, had a dearth of believable villains. It's like they really, really tried, and you could see Willem Dafoe. He's selling it. He's absolutely chewing the scenery. He really wanted to do it too. Listening to Willem Dafoe, right? You got to check out Willem Dafoe talking about his career for Vanity Fair. Look up that video. He's an absolute mensch, I think is the word. He's a real actor. He loves it so much, and he loves his career, and he wanted to be in that movie. They didn't scoop him up and pay him billions of dollars to do it. He's just like, no. It was before superhero movies were huge, and Spider-Man was just taking off. And he's like, yeah, I want to try this. I want to try and see if I can be a comic book villain. That would be amazing. And so he gets the role of Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin, and he's really selling it, and just he's chewing the scenery. He's invested in the role, and you can tell, right? He's having a ball, and so it's impossible not to like him. So yeah, no wonder they got him back for the new movie. But aside from that, it's like it felt convenient to me that Spider-Man has an origin story just as soon as the villain shows up. Well, they showed up to cancel each other out, so to speak, at exactly the same time, right? And it's like, well, what are you gonna do? It's a superhero film, I mean, you gotta do something, right? And then the sequel as well, Doc Ock. Doc Ock is such a ridiculous character that you notice that in the new movie, even in the trailers for the new movie, I haven't seen it yet, but in the trailers, even though they're making fun of him, it's like, what's your name? Dr. Otto Octavius. And they all laugh, and they're like, no, seriously, what's your real name? It's like, they have to pay attention. They have to hang a lantern on the fact of how little sense Dr. Ock makes. His name's Doc Ock. And it's really Doc Ock. It's like Dr. Stephen Strange. Oh, we're using our superhero names. Okay. So weird. It's so comic booky, and they kind of have to make sense of it. And I felt that it was such a... I hate to say it. I know it's a bit of a sacred cow, but it was such a weak point for me with the second Spider-Man movie that I don't like it like everyone else can. It's like the bad guy in that movie is unbelievably unrealistic. He kills everything for me. I mean, existentially and materially. Nothing about him makes even a little bit of sense. I love Alfred Molina. I've loved him since Indiana Jones, right? But there's an old school reference. See if you can pick who he was in Indiana Jones. But it was like his machinery doesn't make any sense. The machine, the invention he's trying to create doesn't make any sense. There's no science involved, whatever. The fact that it takes over his brain doesn't make any sense. The way he moves physically about the place doesn't make any sense. Why he can't kill Spider-Man when he's got him in those claws doesn't make any sense. Especially doesn't make any sense. He misses him on purpose. I swear, right? And then his plan when he turns villain is to go and do the thing he was doing beforehand, and it turns out to be this giant nuclear reactor, which doesn't make any sense. And the way they destroy it in the end, this is a nuclear fusion reactor, by the way, is to dunk it in water, which if you're even a little bit about nuclear fusion, especially doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes any dang sense in that movie. It's just one giant avalanche of nonsense, and I'm like, this is everybody's favorite Spider-Man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Actually, I need a little updating in the nuclear fusion. The only time I remember,
oh no,
the only time I remember water in the reactor being a bad thing was Pacific Rim. They got this really old school Jaeger that's just powered by a nuclear reactor, and it's like the oldest of the lot. And it's getting torn apart by this new wave kaiju, and they're like, water's getting into the reactor. Oh yeah. Okay. Do you need a towel?
Pretty big towel. I want to see a Jaeger from Pacific Rim kaiju towel. Oh, here, you need this, pal?
Okay, then it could be just like that old football ad. Hey, kid, throws the towel. No, you're gonna crush the child. Although, oh wow, did I just quote something so old no one knows what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh, you don't know
it sounds awesome though.
You don't know the Coca-Cola ad? Oh, the sadness.
No.
This guy's coming off the field. They've just lost the game. He's feeling miserable. And this little kid comes up to him and says, "Here you go." And he gives him a Coca-Cola bottle. And the kid's walking off, and the football player's like, "Hey, kid." And he just tosses the kid a towel. Like
it's huge.
It's a huge towel. It's meant to towel these big, muscly men.
like it's like a Leslie Nielsen film.
It's just this. So now I picture a Jaeger doing that, throwing a towel in thanks to someone, and the
you're my heroes. Thanks, kid. Let's move.
And the towel's at least big as 3 city blocks.
Yep.
Anyway, that joke failed. But I got to recount some memories.
You get to use a sound device.
Exactly.
Help! Help, chat! I'm stuck in here with a madman.
Oh, I'm not. You're not stuck in here with me. I'm stuck in here with you.
I don't know how to take that. Shoot.
Take it as contrarian. There you go.
So I saw a great question here. It's like suspension of disbelief. Silverblaze, I can suspend my disbelief, but when my disbelief is suspended so high, and then the movie meets my toe level, I'm like, guy, you know how long it took me to get up here? Thanks. So, all right, what does he say? Hot take. I really didn't like Endgame. You didn't like Endgame? I thought the whole world loved Endgame. Oh yeah, here it is. Wait. Alfred Molina was in Indiana Jones? Yes, he was. And now you've got to look him up. Oh, no. I'll give you a hint. It's the first Indiana Jones. Don't look it up. Just try and think. All the characters you can from that movie. Give it a really good brain squeeze. And just try and run it through your head and try and guess who Alfred Molina was. Try and remember.
Jones is here.
He was in an Indiana Jones, I promise you. Indiana freaking Jones. Indiana freaking Jones kicks ass. Find some idols, swipe some bones. Crack some whip, go to places, melt faces, and then save the day. Do.
Huzzah!
Alfred Molina was in Fiddler on the Roof? Oh.
Well, I've seen several plays of that.
He
So
performed it live. Yeah. Okay. So he's in the play.
Okay.
Hey, who does he play? Does he play Dad?
I do not know.
Topol's. Oh, wow. I can't remember. Did he play the fiddler? Hmm.
Fiddler. I'm surprised no one was like, "Hey, get down off my roof, Fiddler."
Oh, you're gonna do this to me, Mad Munchkin? So Mad Munchkin says this man with the abilities of a spider makes sense, but nuclear reactor science being inaccurate? No. I hope I got the inflection right, Maddie. Yeah. Look. Okay. Nothing makes any sense. Okay. We got a spider dude getting bitten by a radioactive spider, and he's got web coming out of his wrists somehow. I don't know. That's just weird and gross, and it's squicky, and it makes me feel like I like what's he shooting his tendons out of there? It's
Well, truth be, in that case, you're gonna either love or hate the discussions in No Way Home. Just putting it out there right now.
No!
Just
yeah!
putting it out there right now.
Oh yeah, because in both the recent ones, he has both the like Andrew Garfield's and whatnot. They have webcasters, don't they? Oh, and Andrew Garfield's webcasters make like flash, like gunshot flashes too. Oh shoot. Tom Holland's Spider-Man, yeah, it took him 20 years. They finally got it right. Not only do these webcasters work just like they're shooting goo that he has to press a button to make happen, but he can run out of the stuff too. When the plot needs it.
When the plot needs it.
It wasn't Maddie, it wasn't so much that it's just, they got the nuclear science wrong and I'm a huge nerd. I promise you, it wasn't that I'm just a huge nerd. There are other things. It was the fact that there was just so much of it. It's like at every scene, it's like he's got a claw thing with a metal spike that comes out of it. And at one scene, he's got Spider-Man dead to rights. He's holding him by the face with two of those claws. How come he can't stab Spider-Man? It's the
moral.
And okay, a nuclear science. It's not nuclear science. It's my eyes betraying me. Betraying the movie. They have a nuclear reactor and they dunk it in the Hudson River. You're done, and nothing happens. It doesn't boil the water or anything. It's like, oh, what's going on? So, okay. I know when something's zapping with electricity, in real life, you ever seen this? Very, very rarely will it ever actually arc with blue arcs of lightning and stuff. But sure enough, in Big Trouble in Little China, the guy made of electricity, he's got big rippling arcs of cartoon electricity zapping all over his body. And I know that's not what electricity looks like when it's visible. It's just, I can suspend my disbelief, but it's like, that thing's made of fire, Mr. Molina. You don't put water on that, or else there's going to be so much steam, we can't see anything for 4 miles. And it's like, okay. There's a way of making a nuclear reactor, and there's a way of making it die, even if it doesn't make any physical sense. I mean, it does. Even if it doesn't make any scientific sense, whatever, you can make it so that my eyes aren't telling me, no, that wouldn't happen.
My eye parts are detecting your lies.
Yeah, yes. What happens when you put cold water on a hot frying pan? There you go, Maddie. Tell me what happens when you put cold water on a hot frying pan.
I could do you one better.
That's not nuclear science. That's just my eyes telling me. Sorry, go on. You go on. Well, I do go on.
Oh, my poor friends. Cooking one night, the grease or the oil caught fire. And so my friend,
oh no,
going more on instinct than memory, tried to run the flaming pan under the faucet. Which,
oh gosh,
as a public service announcement to all you fine folks at home, don't do that. If it's an oil fire, you need to cover it up and cut off the oxygen from the flame. Because when he put water on that fire, it leapt to the ceiling and triggered the sprinkler system. Leapt, I tell you, to the very tippity top.
Yeah. Oh, physics, why do we play with thee?
And so that triggered the sprinkler system, and that led to, like, they had to get a bunch of dryers in there or fans to dry off and everything. And there's, like, I think there's still scorch marks on the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
You know, I mean, I'll be honest, in that moment of holy crud, there's fire, I can appreciate that you default to what makes the most sense. Fire and water. One puts out the other. But, well, there's an extra conditional here. So it's an oil-based fire.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from, that that the physics seems wrong. And Maddie, I get what you're saying, that it's kind of funny to quote that in, well, we're rooting for a guy with spider powers based on a bite. But I find that often suspension of disbelief is asking you to accept a premise. And that premise is there's a guy with spider powers swinging around. Okay. But then everything else in that world, it's asking us to accept as truth. Or close to our own reality. In which case, then I think you're right to question the physics of it. I bet I didn't get hung up on that. I was just like, hey, that was a lot of fun. You know, it's a classic hero versus villain, save the girl. Oh, I mean, okay, Mary Jane, opinions are going to vary pretty wildly on Mary Jane. I remember the Nostalgia Critic really tore into Mary Jane Watson as she's so dumb and helpless. Like, I mean, she needs to be saved and caught like 20 bajillion times. So there's a question. I mean, how often is a character in distress before you think they're less a source of comfort and more liability? Princess Peach, would you like to weigh in? Oh, I'm sorry, she's been kidnapped and can't comment.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think this is like the difference between pedantic little plot point problems and I can see what they were trying to do versus character motivations and agency. Like, do we give Mary Jane agency to affect an outcome? I noticed there's a scene like that in Far From Home. They're in the Tower of London Museum, and Mary Jane takes action. Like, she has a moment. It is MJ, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Chani herself. I like this new Mary Jane, by the way. I like them a lot. I like all of them, quite frankly. Very well cast movies. But yeah, so she's in there with Happy and Flash and what have you, and Ned, and they're all hiding from the drone thing. This is a testament to just how good these movies are. I remember the characters' names. Anyway, so yeah, they're hiding away, and there's a scene where she's like, "I'm not gonna stand around," and even the Happy is like, "Oh no, please don't!" And she picks up a mace and smacks one with a mace. And it's like, yeah, agency. She's not helpless.
Nice. Agency, the greatest question of a character. How much agency should they have? How much does it enhance if you take away agency? If they feel powerless. I mean, again, I'm raving about this Arcane series. The characters have agency, but sometimes they are just their enemy is the status quo, and it's
So who's that?
This Arcane series, the League of Legends creation.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just they are doing their best, but sometimes like the core system is against them.
Mm. Yeah.
Also, to answer a question from Champ to Stay, I didn't do so good a job of cutting down my to watch. I guess Arcane is part of the to watch list, but I know that both Sweetie Bloom and Trinary will not accept that answer because it is neither a good place nor Hamilton. But I'm getting there. I'm watching stuff. Work with me here, people. Work with me.
Sweetie Bloom, Hamilton. I've heard good things about Hamilton. I heard them talking about that on the Joe Rogan podcast, of all things.
Oh.
He's got his bro friend there, and they're like, oh, what do you think of Broadway? And like, I don't care about Broadway. Look at me. I'm not. Did you see Hamilton? Look at me, dude. Did I see Hamilton? Do you think I should see Hamilton? You think I care? And they're like, they're just joking about it. Like, no, I don't know. No, actually saw Hamilton, and it's pretty good. So there you have it, sweetie. There's our glowing recommendation.
The glowing recommendation I've heard is watch it now. Watch it. Why haven't you watched it yet? And it's like,
Okay, so
the Misty Phantom is following. Thank you, Misty.
Hey, Misty. Jonah Seaman says it's Michelle Jones Watson in the MCU, not Mary Jane.
Well,
it's not Mary Jane.
That's what I don't get. They're trying so hard to say, oh, this is not MJ. It's just that she's Peter's friend who sometimes needs saving, and she's a romantic interest, and I don't know why they don't want her to be Mary Jane, but they're as close to Mary Jane as they can get her.
What was Mary Jane's last name? Is Jane her last name? What's her?
Her last name is Watson.
Watson. So it is a Watson. So her name isn't Mary Jane. It's what Michelle Jones Watson. So in this MCU, she's an extra universe character.
Well, it's like she is, but simultaneously isn't Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And
like everybody looks different, and it's like maybe they're setting it up that they're supposed to look different. They were really setting up the multiverse in Far From Home. So they were, we're gonna do a sequel to this, and there's gonna be multiple dimensions. Don't you worry.
I don't even know what the future Spider-Man is at this point, because they keep all these rights issues.
It seems apparent to me after watching the Jake Gyllenhaal thing, Far From Home, and with Mysterio, Sony has said they sunk their claws into it deep, and they said, we'll do a favorable deal with you, but you got to give us access to the MCU, and we'll make good movies. Or otherwise, it's back to Andrew Garfield and weird Spider-Man movie. They're never letting Spider-Man. They will never let Spider-Man go, because I don't know if you remember, a little while back, somebody hacked Sony. I think it was a North Korea hack or something like that, and they dumped a whole bunch of internal emails from studio heads on the internet. And some of the leaks were from disgruntled employees complaining to upper management about how, hey guy, the movies we make suck. Why are we spending millions of dollars on Adam Sandler and not investing in the properties we own, especially Spider-Man? Why are we not doing more with him? And it became this big embarrassment. The people who know what they're doing there, and they really do. I think they proved they know what they're doing. Into the Spider-Verse, pretty good. I would say that was a fun movie. And the Tom Holland films have been good, and a collaboration with Marvel sort of, and Disney seems to be paying off, I would say.
Although the start of that email sounded more like a South Park Canadian. Hey, buddy, what's going on with these movies? I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your
guy, buddy.
I'm not your friend, guy.
I'm not your guy, buddy. Oh, South Park.
Yes, it's still going.
It's still going. It's still going pretty strong.
A bit like the MCU. People are wondering, how long could this go without running out of steam?
Yeah.
Then again, that's not the South Park creators. Let's see here. Got a couple questions from the chat. Let's see here. Noah Eden wants to know if you've ever seen Frozen, and what did you think of it?
No, I haven't seen Frozen. Have you?
I have.
Ah. What did you think?
I had no idea of the sheer power it would have meme-wise. You know, I mean, I downloaded Let It Go onto my phone pretty much the day after I saw the movie, because I thought it was that good.
Ah.
But then then there's the joke about everybody is just playing Let It Go, Let It Go. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very unique take on the Snow Queen, which I'd only seen that story explored in a very different animated tale that you can probably find on YouTube. Used to be I would see it on the Disney Channel every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
But the Snow Queen. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the acting. I have not seen Frozen 2. And I haven't really paid much attention to the attempts to integrate Frozen into the Disney expanded universe, which is trying to say all these different stories are taking place in the same universe, the same realm. Like, I think in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, you can actually see Belle walking through the crowds.
Yes.
But I'm not really into that. I mean, good for Belle. gotta get those extra cameos. Gotta get the princess money.
Oh, everything's a princess.
Everybody's a princess. And the more
Disney started making 10 times the amount they were beforehand when they made everything about princesses.
Oh, and goodness knows they were so financially destitute before that. I mean, that's like, I don't even know if there's a proper analogy. Disney's become that big.
They're the second biggest media company in the world.
Second only to whom?
Viacom. I think it's Viacom.
Viacom.
Is it Viacom or
Viacom Dios? That's right. Viacom is God. There you go.
Hello, Homer. This is God. Free Johns of the hard-hitting, controversial TV show Rock Bottom. Yeah. Okay, so this is telling me it's AT&T Entertainment Group.
Do they own Viacom?
Comcast. Sorry, I knew I got it wrong. It's Comcast, not. It's not. Yeah, Comcast is the big one. And they own just about everything that Disney doesn't. So Comcast versus Viacom is kind of small potatoes, really small potatoes compared to them. So I don't know why I said Viacom. It's the Comcast. That's why. Yeah.
Great. They can be the biggest media company out there, but they can't get my internet to work right. Thanks, Comcast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the big 6 media companies are Comcast, Walt Disney, AT&T. Oh, well, there you are. Viacom, CBS, Sony, and Fox. So Viacom when they're with CBS. When they partner with CBS, then they're the 4th biggest in the world.
Then they are an unstoppable force versus immovable objects.
Yes. And it's like, mm-mm-mm. No, Disney, you can't have Spider-Man. It's ours. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
That's right. Sooner or later, Spider-Man's greatest enemy, corporations. We own you, Spider-Man.
I'm waiting for that self-referential parody of a film. It's biting satire of the status quo. Who are the real villains? Who are the real supervillains? And can we get Spider-Man fighting them, please? Elon versus Elon Musk, or who else do we hate? Jeff Bezos or something.
Spider-Man versus Facebook, the one enemy he cannot defeat.
He can't unfriend. I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Well, I just unfriended you. No.
The unfriendly neighborhood Spider-Man. What is Mark Zuckerberg doing with his metaverse? Maybe he's the real Mysterio.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's supposed to be creating like this cyber whatchamacallit. Oh, actually, there's a Netflix show called a mockumentary of the past year. It's titled Death to 2021. And they actually talk about Zuckerberg and his metaverse desire.
Okay.
They have like a parody of Facebook CEO. God, I forget what he said exactly, but yeah, they talk all about the metaverse, talking about how Zuckerberg himself is probably the greatest. You could almost pretend he was really there, talking to people in real life. Let's see here.
You could almost pretend that Mark Zuckerberg's real.
Or that he cares. Let's see here. Oh, James to say, if we're talking about social media and popular trends, apparently Elmo's in trending right now because of an argument with a rock. God,
you say a rock, you mean Iraq?
No, I mean an actual rock, a physical bit of sediment called Rocco. And Elmo just kind of freaks out over. I think like Rocco is a imaginary friend to one of Elmo's friends, except that it's a rock, and Elmo just loses it.
Uh-huh.
Now, honestly, Elmo versus Dwayne Johnson sounds pretty awesome. I would pay to see that.
Oh.
But yeah, heard that.
He's not gonna.
Yep. Yeah, Chapter Stay. Have you or Nancy heard about the recent talk about Elmo's beef with Rocco, which is the name of The Rock? Not Rocco's Modern Life, but Rocco.
I'm trying to think of any Roccos I know. The only other Rocco I know is Rocco Bodie, from Mega 64. And I don't think Elmo would care very much about some gamer dudes. That would be funny though. I want Elmo to care about him at Mega 64. Sorry, Rocco.
So, I've heard of it. I really don't get it. I don't, like many a meme and popular trend, I don't get why it's so popular. Is it because Elmo's freaking out? Is that it?
Zoe's pet rock?
Yes. She has a pet rock.
Who is Zoe? Oh, Zoe's the orange one. Okay.
That's as good a description as any, really. The orange one.
Okay, Daily Mail. Sesame Street episode goes viral for showing Elmo's feud with a rock. What is this? Dare I look into the void?
Oh, yes, and let the void look back.
But in the 35-second clip, Elmo asks Gabby if he can have an oatmeal raisin cookie, saying his favorite. When Gabby explains that she just gave the last one to Rocco, he says he will just trade cookies with the pet rock. However, Zoe informs him that Rocco wants the oatmeal cookie for himself, which is when Elmo flips out on his pal and her pet rock. Oh dear, this looks terrible. Rocco is a rock, Zoe! Rocco won't know the difference!
He's not wrong. Because Rocco's a rock! I mean, I'm guessing people are... I fully anticipate seeing YouTube videos where people have Elmo, like, cursing up a storm.
Oh no, he's in a Twitter feud now, gosh.
Seriously?
Yes,
Elmo?
I mean, he's trying to placate the crowds.
Try to play... Oh, God. Never apologize to the mob, Elmo. There's a Sesame Street lesson for you.
Looks like it's all good fun.
Well, I hope it's a good fun, but I don't know. People take the joke too far. That's the problem. Especially on social media. People take the joke too far.
They take it too far. Oatmeal raisin cookie. Why does Elmo want to know?
Hey, oh yeah, oatmeal raisin. I mean, if it at least was chocolate chip and oatmeal, we could talk. But really, Elmo's crusade was doomed from the start.
Oh, okay. At one point, Elmo screams at Zoe, "Elmo, Rocco's not alive!" And that's the joke. He's just destroying. He's dropping truth bombs and destroying dreams. Oh, Elmo.
And this happened in the first week of 2022. Is that prophetic?
If the truth will destroy your dreams sucked.
Oh, that's profound. Get that on a t-shirt.
I want to cut 5%. If you say cookies, Cookie Monster will come and get the cookies. Say cookies 3 times into the bathroom mirror.
Oh, God. Cookie.
He'll come and eat your cookies.
I'll tell you, Jude,
I guess.
Last I checked, Sesame Street did have the Cookie Monster parodying movies. So, wow, could they really get away with that? Say cookie in the mirror 3 times and he appears. Rrr.
Has to be a dead character, I'm afraid.
Oh, dear.
Like Biggie Smalls or something like that.
What the?
Mr. Hooper.
Oh, Enderpup, you're suggesting we use 15.ai for Elmo's lines? Oh, lordy.
Hey, yeah, 15.ai. Is Elmo in 15 AI?
I don't know. I do not know. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they may actually be hustling to add him at this point. It's like everyone wants Elmo for some reason. Quick, get Elmo!
Looking at the 15 AI and it's back.
It's back. Give it time. I think at one point the developer said the domain name is based on how long this actually gets to stay up.
Oh, wow.
Number of seconds. Actually, people were rightly pointing out I used 15.ai in the opening of my most recent video. And they're saying, oh no, you got to run it through the cycle like 4 or 5 times to really make it sound authentic. It's like, well, okay. Now, granted, I think I could squirm by because it was meant to be fake as can be. Phony baloney. It was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Train it on Gladys?
I had it on Princess Luna.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, it's a trap. It's a false invite. But I only just learned the emotional imitator that they employ. So yeah, you can try to get it to fake emotions too.
Okay. I can't find Elmo in here. No Sesame Street, I'm afraid.
What? Oh well, Street
for us.
I can see that changing very quickly. Very, very quickly.
That's a lot of characters. That's a lot of characters. Get the Muppets in there. Holy cow.
Pardon me, that was my computer telling me, no. No, you don't get to do that. No. You know what? Let's take you out. And instead, I am so winging it with the G5 style.
I said for Dan.
Trying to give it for... Sorry, what'd you say, Anthony?
Sorry, no, I'm playing around. I'm playing around with 15. Forget it. Forget it.
Oh no, who are you imitating?
The Scout.
Oh yes.
Why? I don't know.
Because it's the Scout. Freaking unbelievable. I'm a force of nature here.
Why would you get AI to say a Scout lineman? The dude who does the Scout's voice is so accessible and clement and nice.
I do not
get him to do it for you.
Well, I do not know. Sadly, I mean, rest in peace, the voice actor for Soldier.
Yeah. No. I can't remember his name. It's slipped out of my mind. Who voiced the Soldier? He was also Peppy Hare in Star Fox. I've got a billion names in my head, and none of them are gelling. But yeah, oh my gosh. So much fun. What a great guy. Rest in peace. Gotta look it up.
Yep, we gotta check this out.
It was Rick May.
If I know our chat, Rick May, yes indeed. Rick May. So saith the Cyber Dragon, the shiny thunderclap Pokemon Zorora, and Enderpup, and Inquisitor 751.
I remember.
Oh wow! According to chat.
Mm-hmm. Do a barrel roll.
Oh, all of you, do a barrel roll. If I hear the sound of dozens of chairs tipping over, I'll know we've been successful. Oh man, I'm making one freaky looking pedals here. Freaky deaky. I still haven't really found a good way to compromise the G5 CG style versus the G4 or Flash style. And I will say, from a drawing perspective, G4 seems a bit simpler to emulate.
Yeah. Are we going to have the talk?
That I need to go CG?
I'd like to see you do that. No, I'm done. We're going to have to talk about these faces, about G5 and the style, the radical shift. I call it a radical shift.
Radical, yeah. Dude.
A radical dude. It's a bit much for me. I love G4's style, at least. It was difficult to fault it on the visuals, right? Mm-hmm. And Lauren Faust seemed to know what she was doing. And I think, the people who are making G5 obviously know what they're doing, but it's what exactly they're actually doing, what they know they're doing, that really bothers me a bit about these faces. I've tried very subtly to point it out on Twitter, and no one listens. So I think I should probably just shut up and not make waves. But I can't get over how they're too Disney. The faces are too Disney eyes, and they're less and less horse-like. So it's like these things aren't horses by any metric. If you took a picture of just their faces without their bodies, like if that were the only thing released to the public. Okay, bear with me. If you took the characters from G5, just suppose before all of the hype, before anyone knew what they were, and you release them like Hideo Kojima does, just makes a huge advertising campaign with no corporate accreditation to it, and says, get ready for the thing, it's coming, and here's the thing. And all they showed off were the faces of these characters. You didn't know that they had horse bodies. You didn't know any connection to MLP, whatever. You just saw their faces. Would you be able to tell that they were horses?
Would the ear be visible?
Yes. Even with the ears.
The ear might give me a hint.
Not trolls, not elfin creatures. You wouldn't think maybe they're like dragons or something?
Not right off the bat. I will say...
Ice creature?
Ice creature?
Mice.
Oh. You know, I would guess a certain animal, but I can't say I know for sure it was a pony.
Right. Now, you could argue the same deal with G4, I guess, I suppose. Maybe. But I think it's less pronounced. And also the correlation to Disney at the same time. It's just, yeah, these guys know what they're doing, and it's not a good thing.
Now,
Like, it's another thing. It's like they typed it in the computer, and computer says Disney. That'll make us the most money. So we'll give them all Disney faces. And I'm like, gosh, what is it really so hard to give them horse snoots? Is it really so? What? Why?
Well, see, in the chat, Trinary and Pokemon Fire Eevee are saying that the noses, the snouts, are pretty distinctive. Here's it's funny. Really, the art I enjoy of My Little Pony, when people do their own thing, I find if the snouts are too long, too faithful to a real life horse, I start to get the heebie-jeebies.
Really?
Yes, it's like, this looks like a real horse, but the characters in the show do not. At least I think. So, yes, I get the jeebies of the heebies.
When you see a cartoon with a horse face?
Well, when I see some fan renderings of a My Little Pony in a real life horse style.
Right. Yeah, okay.
So
like Pinkie Pie pulling a G3 face or whatever it was, G1 face.
Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah. That was quite the memory. It's like, yeah,
it's mirror fuel.
Kill it with fire. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Oh. And hello, Royal Silver. I see the hellos in the chats. But okay, so you're saying you don't find the snouts distinctive?
Yeah. Someone here asks, chat, behave. Why not? Yeah, Evangelion 007 asks, why not emulate G4 style instead? Yeah, why not make the characters in G5? You've seen the models, right? This is my point. You've seen the models that people make, the homebrew models of 3D stuff, and even the stuff that they have to create for the toys, like show accurate toys. They have to be in 3D, obviously. They hold the toy, right? And people are like, there's a science to creating the plushies so that they look almost screen perfect, even though the 2D G4 style is a little bit cheaty. It's very, very difficult to create in 3D perfectly. But there are some very good efforts out there that manage to get it just right. You know, people making homebrew 3D stuff. The 3D models that people come up with are like, that's fine. That would do. So I'm with Mr. Evangelion here. Why not flipping, just do that if you're just gonna make it 3D. And I think they did to a large degree. It's just they couldn't resist the Disney eyes. They couldn't resist. It's not the same. They've all got that freaking face. And it's like, they don't actually just freaking don't look like horses to me. And it's freaking me out. They all look so much like the annoying orange.
La 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 la.
I've done a bunch of comparisons like this on Twitter. And I'm so sorry. I'm a nasty, rotten, mean, miserly, grey old crank, and you've got to forgive me. But it's like, you want me to talk about ponies, people? Oh, I'll talk about ponies. It's always been nasty, mean, miserly, grey, rotten, old crank and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I can link you to some stuff, but it's like by comparison, do the comparison to just shot for shot with Moana. She's got like Izzy or whoever has the face of Moana, and it's like they did it again. They did the Disney eyes thing. I've been complaining about this forever. I did a mock-up. I'm hoping I can find for you this mock-up of what it would look like if they actually did have horse snoots. So yeah, I don't know. I'll post a link in the chat if I can find it.
Excellent.
But yeah, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, just make the freaking, even with the super stylized Lauren Faust designs of G4, they're very, like, the girl characters especially have super chibi noses, right? But they're horse snoots. They're to a point. They come to a point, rounded nub, but it's freaking, you get the point. It's a stylized horse.
Mm-hmm.
These new ones don't quite get there, and it bugs me.
This ties into a question Champ to Stay has been wondering. Have either of us seen Encanto?
Encanto,
see.
what the fudge is that?
That is the latest Disney Pixar collaboration.
It
is a family who live in a magical house, but I guess whenever you say, oh, they live in a magical da-da-da, the magic is disappearing is usually the plot point that follows.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that seems to be a popular trend right now.
Oh.
I've heard nothing but rave reviews about it. I guess I haven't been as eager to see it, and I'm trying to parse out why. Part of me is like, I so loved Coco, and maybe I just want to preserve that, so I've been less inclined to see Encanto.
Oh, you've been less inclined to see Encanto because the company did a good movie previously?
Well, no, that's not. I'm not saying this well. It's like I have this great
be the only one.
Disney Pixar movie, and Encanto. I mean, with everything else going on, I guess it just hasn't been at the top of my list. Partly because I still got the good vibes off of Coco. So I would like to see it. I just haven't felt as pressing. It's like seeing Spider-Man No Way Home. I need to get the aftermath of Eternals out of my brain. So seeing a really good Spider-Man movie, yeah, please, yes, good, yes. But I mean, Disney Pixar, I know it's going to be good, so I feel like I can let it rest on the shelf just a little bit longer. Does that even make a lick of sense?
Oh, num 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 num. No.
Nope. Okay. Well, there you go.
No. No, it's so run it through me. You saw a good movie.
I saw Coco. Yes.
I guess I have to see Coco. I don't know the context.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, as near as I can tell, actually, I need our chat to fact check me on this.
Get the fact checking in there.
Get the fact
check.
Both
fact check the chat. Fact check the chat. Sorry.
Both movies are rooted in Hispanic culture. With Coco, I believe it was very much Mexican. I don't know. Somehow with Encanto, I get the impression of more South America. So those are cultures for which I'm not very familiar. And I know Disney did a great job of bridging that gap. I learned just a little bit more from Coco, and it was a great insight.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess because I have confidence in Encanto will do something similar, I haven't been in as big a rush, but I still want to see it. Okay, there we go. Cyber Dragon and Giotto and Trainer are telling me that it is in Colombia. Oh, and Noah Harris is correcting me. It is not a Pixar movie. It's just Disney.
Oh. Well, that might be something.
So yeah.
That might mean something.
So that means I need to see it. But I guess because I'm still riding the high on Coco, I just haven't been as inclined to see Encanto. But that can change easily.
We're kind of lousy for good media, maybe. A bit depressing. Those of us who make media. Well, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go see Encanto.
Go see Encanto, I guess. Who was it recently I saw online? Give and Take said a little bit of napkin math, and you realize that every movie, there are about half a million movies made. There have been about 500,000 movies made ever. Suppose they all run for about 2 hours. That would mean that you'd have to live to 100. You'd have to do nothing but watch movies back to back. To see all the movies ever made, you'd have to do nothing but sit there and watch back-to-back movies for 107 years. You'll never see every movie.
Never.
Cut yourself some slack.
Oh, we have Automao, the fire secretary, in the Twitch chat.
Hey!
She wanted to make sure to say hi to Anthony.
Hey! How you doing?
Also, let us give it up for Automao and Josh Scorcher. They have a new house.
New house! Woo! They did it! The American dream! It's over! They completed it! They smashed it! It'll never be good again!
Well, that's depressing.
We win the American dream! We've done it! But congratulations, guys. I remember Dr. Wolf did that a while back. He put on his video, he's like, there's no reason you can't have a home. I did it.
There are a lot of reasons why people can't get homes, I'm afraid.
Here's how you just do it. Just save practically and be a sensible person like me.
I feel that's an oversimplification.
I'm not a sensible person, you ass.
Oh, I'm not.
What did we do?
Oh no, I'm not sensible at all.
It was a good video. It's like, here's how you sensibly save and blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Get a mortgage and blah blah blah. Play it off. Blah blah blah.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
You sensible, successful ass.
Let's see here. After the fact.
Mad Munchkin wants to know, why is it just the American dream? No, I gotta say, gotta do it in a good Scottish accent. Why is it just the American dream? You snobs, you.
Well, at least you didn't try to say it in French.
You're very kind. Anyway, she says. Anyway, it's like, go to hell.
No, she's just going A-N-Y.
Yeah, that's right. N-Y way. Oh yeah, because we're the only ones with the white picket fence. You dream of the white picket fence. What is it with the white picket fences? You're all the Waltons. You're the Waltons over there. Shoot.
Yeah, we're the picket and flick it variety.
Picket is oh please no.
Oh yes.
Yeah, just put it in the skin box. Oh, shave me from myself. Yeah, I had a friend who was a bit at war with the world. He was having troubles, and I'm like, yeah, you kind of like the, don't you like the fight? You're nothing doing nothing but war, man. And I had to bring up that scene from a movie called Major Payne. Did you ever see Major Payne?
Oh, I remember the commercials for "Welcome to the House of Pain."
Payne, Major Payne. Damon Wayans. This guy, he's a Green Beret, excellent killer for the United States Army. Blah blah blah. He's used to killing people, and he's hungry for the war. And there's nothing for him to do. There's no. You won. Basically, we won all the wars. And it's like, sorry, Major Payne, you won all the battles. We have got no enemies left. You killed them all. Too good. So he's sitting around, nothing to do, going quietly insane, and until eventually he gets an, what is it, ROTC? Or is that what it's called? I don't know what it stands for. It's like the military training division of like a high school or something like that. Like you can join the club for prep you for military.
The Reserve Officers Training.
Give me scholarships. I don't know this stuff. Anyway, so. He's they get him involved teaching kids. It's basically School of Rock for military, and it's pretty funny. It's a good movie, right? But at one point, someone tries to point out, like, dream nice. You can have nice things, right? You can just imagine, go to a happy place where you live a peaceful life, and what is success to you? And so he stops and he really thinks about it. He's in the war and trying to teach these kids. It's not working out. So what if he just took it down a notch? And so he has this nice little daydream where he's like, he's got a wife and a house in a nice little shady, glady area with a white picket fence. Yeah, and a barbecue and a lawn to mow. And it's just nice. And there's a Viet Cong spy in the bushes he can murder. Yeah. You're gonna kill this guy. Yeah, that's perfect. That's his dream. He needs someone to fight in his perfect world.
He just needs it.
And I was talking to my friend. It's like, who, I asked him, dude, okay, just imagine yourself. Do the Major Payne thing. As I go, no, I didn't say that yet. I said to him, just imagine your perfect world. What does it look like? And he tried to explain to me this world. Like, he's like, well, I have a house, and I have enough resources and everything in the wherewithal and the nous and the savvy to build a perfect world where I can protect my family against all of the bad guys and just protect them and keep them safe. And I'm like, that's your perfect world?
So there's
what's wrong with that? I'm like, you Major Payne, dude. Your perfect world has people for you to fight in it. Real. It was totally real. People, dude, like, you imagine your perfect world. Be careful. Try it for yourself. Imagine your perfect world. It'll probably look a little bit like the world you're already in. That's okay. That's fine. That makes a lot of sense. But does it involve bad guys you hate that you get to own? Like you get to rule because you're the guy in charge of it, where you get to protect your family, where you get to win against the bad guys. Is that your perfect world? And then be aware, be present to it, and take note that you just invented your future. You just invented your perfect world that has monsters in it that you're afraid of and that you hate and you want to conquer. That's, it might just change your life.
Well, I mean, isn't that what a lot of power fantasies are? Or at least the classic male power fantasy is to defeat the enemies.
To defeat, totally. It's like so much of media. Like if you read Eckhart Tolle, he goes on about this. It's like if you're present to what you're doing in the world, present. You become present to media, and so much of media is feeding this desire for hurt. And it's maybe not that you get hurt, but that you find a way to be the one who hurts. To be, I am the one who knocks, you know? And it's like, we love seeing people in those situations because it sparks something in us, you know? And it's like, it taps into that painful portion of ourselves that lost the fight, that doesn't know what to do in the fight. And it's like, ooh, get a nice piece of media, juicy piece of media that fills in the blanks for me, and I'm in love with it. I'm there. It's like, oh yeah, satisfying. And it's like, just be present to the fact that that's your perfect world. It's got a lot of pain in it. Be perfect. Be present to the notion that your perfect world of what your perfect world is. Does it actually have a lot of pain in it? And are you the one inflicting the pain? Because it's like, Dune, man. You kill your enemy, you kill yourself. Be careful.
You saw Dune.
Yes! Oh gosh, yes. Part 1.
Same here. Funny, we've been talking about all those. We've been on Disney kicks, but we haven't talked about any others.
We've been through this. There are a lot of movies.
I am your
Thanks,
friend.
Magical Dude. Yeah, I do talk a lot. Shall I talk some more?
Let's see here. I've been seeing some death battle ideas in the chat.
Oh.
Now I'll say it right now, Royal Silver. Paul Blart, Mall Cop versus Major Payne. Of course, it's got to be Major Payne. He is an actual soldier.
Yeah, Paul Blart may fall on him or something. I mean,
I'm sorry.
I realize I instantly regret that joke. That's I'm not fat shaming anyone.
Okay.
I'm saying he falls down a lot. Is my point.
Oh, come on! You're talking about the guy who said the infinite case of Soundwave's chest is TARDISation. So
oh God, we've moved beyond it, sir. You were holding on to that this entire time. When will you let it go? Let me go.
Oh, now we're talking about Frozen. Let it go, let it go. See, I'm all about the reintegration.
The callbacks, they're killing me. Ah! Hey, Frostbite. Yeah, do a little dance for me. You thrill me.
Yo, Baron, I can dig it.
That's right. I forgot the catchphrase. I can dig it.
All right. For a quick moment here, I'd just like to submit. This is how the title card is currently looking as I save, because good golly, Miss Molly, I don't want to lose this.
Save? Oh my gosh, you haven't been saving?
Oh, I've been saving every now and again, but probably not as often as I should.
Chat, what have you been doing? You got to remind the man.
So, but I need feedback. I mean, this is the first time I've tried tackling the G5 and trying to wed it to the G4, with which I'm more familiar.
So that's a G5 character in G4 style, or G4 character in G5 style?
All of these are G5 characters in my attempt to make them G4-ish.
Okay. Ish.
I mean,
yeah.
I can't emulate the shading that comes with the CG. I fear that would take far too much time.
Yeah. Oh, I'd get into it. Your good self. I just get yourself some Blender, have a play.
Blender? I
would recommend.
What does having smoothies have to do with this?
Oh, you Luddites. Har har, party har. I love your 2D styles, though. I mean, you got some real talent there. It's like, ooh, build them up.
Why do you build me up, buttercup?
It's not a secret that you were a professional artist, right?
Well,
I'm not bringing any.
No, you're not giving away any secrets. I don't know how professional I can really claim to be with my juvenile sense of humor.
What? No sound effect?
Oh, would you like everyone lap?
I was gonna say having a hair mask out like that is weird, but it's a good. I think it's probably a good use of real estate.
Yeah, part. Let's see. I can only tweak it so far. It's the only problem. The blur on this is not always favorable. I mean, I can blur it more, but then slowly, oh, she's disappearing! Oh no!
It asks Anthony C. Any words of wisdom from Baron Tall Tales? Ladies and gentlemen, take my advice. Pull down your pants and slide on the ice. Do you have that one that just chapers off, like they sort of laugh and then they just...
Not yet. I've only got the canned laughter.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I'd probably have like the Dr. Evil group laugh. Woo!
Dr. Evil is good. It was a good show! Austin Powers. They keep threatening they'll do another one, too.
Oh, yeah. It's like the magic may have passed.
Maybe. How old is Mike Myers now?
I don't know. Maybe they'd have Austin Powers' son. I don't know.
Oh, please. Oh, please, no.
Oh,
No, he wears so much makeup, he wouldn't need to work. He can play Austin Powers.
Well, who knows? He may not have the flexibility needed. Though I've implanted a scary idea in Anthony's head.
It's the wrong Mike Myers. Oh my, he's 58 years old. Wow. Okay then.
Let's see.
Yeah, 58. Not that Mike Myers, the other one, funny bugger.
I don't know. They both can kill him dead, just with laughter. Let's see. Champ to Stay is wondering if you could make one change to try and improve an episode of MLP. Which episode would you change, and what would that change be?
That's a good question.
Just one change.
Is it for you? Or both of us?
It's to both of us.
You know, right off the top of my head, back when there was such a thing as Digibrony, this person made a review of that one episode where he points out that is it the Olympics? It's like they're gearing up for some equestria games. Is that right? This is way back.
Oh yeah, so Games Ponies Play, or
Games Ponies Play,
or Rainbow Falls, depending on at what point you are referring.
Right. Okay. So it's before that. Is it Crystal Empire they're in? I don't know. Anyway, they're somewhere foreign and they're checking out the place. Basically, there's this inspector comes to see and inspects the city to see, like it's an Olympic inspector to see if the place is up to snuff.
Yes.
And okay, so as Digi points out, what happens? This character is there's a mix-up. So the town greeters are trying to they're supposed to greet the inspector and show them around the city and give them the red carpet treatment so that everybody hopefully they'll get the job, right? They'll get the gig and the Olympics will come to flipping wherever it is. But there's a mix-up and they get the wrong person. The person that they pick up is just some random lady, Philly, and the inspector has to do it tough on her own. So she gets the real treatment of what the city's really like. And there's some other shenanigans I can't remember. But like Digi points out, it's like at the end of that show, the inspector's like, oh, I love it anyway. And it's just, but you had a horrible time. Doesn't make any sense, whatever. So if you just change one thing, it'd be like, that would probably be it. I don't know how to fix it, but it's like it makes no sense. And so Digi got on Twitter and asked the creator what happened to that, and they actually admitted it. Yeah, that got completely away from us. We didn't know what to do, so we just forced it that this character likes the city anyway. And it's like, well, change the story then. If I could change anything, it would be like maybe. Have it that this person actually ends up having sees the real underside of the city. Like, first of all, it starts out bad, but then because the city actually has great people and good infrastructure and is well constructed, just happens to be well constructed, she gets the real goss on the city, and it turns out like she overhears a conversation about its rulers or something like that. Like she's not on the picture perfect carnival ride of isn't our city great that the actual officials from the city would give her, like this poor other lady is. No, the real inspector gets the actual lowdown. She hears overhears a conversation about how I guess it was Cadenza, Princess Cadence and whatnot, I think, whoever was in charge of it, had they're actually good rulers, and it's like, okay, I get it, right? I had a horrible time, and their welcoming committee completely confused me with someone else, but this town's good, and it would make a good place for the venue. Change that up. I guess that would probably fix it. Sorry, I talk a lot.
No. I'm pondering what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know,
my long-winded answer, chat.
my change would also revolve around the Crystal Empire and a Canterlot wedding.
No.
I would
change one episode, you say?
Well, they said I'd make one change, but it's funny how one change necessitates other changes. I would swap it so that the Crystal Empire was introduced in season 2 and a Canterlot wedding happened later on, maybe, season 3, season 4, I'm not sure.
Lord Loverduck, yeah. Well, Oh, now you're opening the Pandora's box. You're right, it's a cascading series of changes that could be made to the show. Why do you think introducing the Crystal Empire earlier would be better?
Well, this is the thing. If you introduce the Crystal Empire earlier, you can introduce Cadence as a ruler. Maybe she lives in the Empire but has been forgotten, or has forgotten that she was the ruler pre-Sombra. She could be a new character. She could be this helper. Let me meet the real Cadence before you introduce this conflict with the fake Cadence. And if we're just not relying on Twilight to exposit how awesome Cadence is, we have a little frame for reference, but she's a new character, ergo we're not totally sure about her. Then I think it becomes Canterlot Wedding becomes a little easier for me to understand and possibly celebrate.
Well, I do admit that I do remember there was a certain amount of like out of left field feeling. It was a feeling of surprise. Here's Twilight Sparkle's old school friend, babysitter friend, and they had to do a lot of hasty backstory setup.
Yes,
the Sunshine Dance and all that. They had to shove that right in there in that one episode, like the one setup episode, and it's like, you probably should have set up, and the fact that she has a brother who's a pretty high-ranking official.
Yeah, it's
like, oh, she does. Oh, okay. Oh, freaking all right. Whatever. Did they not think that could work? They set up the Canterlot over the Grand Galloping Gala. I've been through it. Just watch my video. You've seen it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Grand Galloping Gala. They set that up since the start, right?
Indeed. And yes, Jaido, I am kind of cheating in that I am making one change that forces a myriad of other changes, but that just shows I know where to push the Jenga block.
Oh. Wait a minute. A cascading series of changes is what you don't want to happen in a Jenga tower.
Are you sure? Some people just want to watch the world Jenga.
Yes. Some ponies just want to see the world. Some ponies can't be bullied, bought, or intimidated. Some ponies just want to see the world Jenga.
There you go.
Oh. Oh, now you're off in a world I don't know, Kevin. I would had the real Grogar return in the season 9 premiere, and Discord would get totally destroyed by him, and then he would have to join forces with the ponies to stop him and his legion. Oh, was Grogar a T-Rex brother?
No, that's it's even further back because that was Scorpan. Oh boy,
Scorpan, right?
Man, to get into the whole history of Grogar is a struggle. He was a G1 villain, reimagined, but it turned out to be Discord in disguise. And a lot of fans felt like, hey, we were promised this at the start of the season. You can't pull the switcheroo at the season finale. Followed closely by the series finale.
Mandarin. The Mandarin. They Mandarined him.
Oh, yes.
Iron Man.
Oh, yes. It was a Mandarin stroll.
Ouch.
So there we go.
Interest. Oh, nice picture. Says PieMaster128. Nice picture, he says.
Oh, thank you.
Like he's digging your artwork. He's giving you mad props for all your mad skills.
Or just being mad in general. Mad, I tell you. Mad.
You're mad, PieMaster. He likes pies. He likes 128 of them.
Also, Blue Griffin is envisioning a world Jenga. A big competition. You know, I like your thinking. Once we're past human malware, and I hold on to that hope,
yes.
Then a worldwide Jenga competition would be fantastic.
Oh, yeah, with giant pool noodles or something.
Or
you like it's a knockout.
Or maybe you like giant foam Jenga towers you have to stand on because the moat below is full of chocolate pudding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's excellent. All your friends are on the giant Jenga tower or something, or you got to pull out the pieces with a crane or something.
That would work well.
Everybody lean left. Lean left. We're going for the broke. Sound like a damn dirty foreigner. We are going for the broke.
Oh, wait. We can get Chris Pratt to be the announcer. Hey, everyone, they're going for the broke. That's not how you say it, you bastard. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Martinet. So PieMaster was also asking a pretty decent question. Wonder what would change if they actually gave Twilight a love interest? What? A real love interest for Twilight?
Well, I mean, Flash Sentry was the closest we got, and boy, did that turn into a mess.
Oh, did it?
Well, I mean, okay, I like making fun of Flash Sentry. I mean,
yes, you do.
That's me. I'm an ass. But when people were actually booing the character in theaters when he walked on screen for the crime, then, you know, bronies, you done taking it too far where you're in a theater. Zip it.
Yeah.
Zip it. But he never did anything to deserve the vitriol. It's for me, it's just more fun to make fun of him. It's laugh or be cruel, and I would rather laugh.
He did nothing for me. I don't get him as a character. I'll admit, I probably wouldn't boo him, maybe. I don't. But Yeah. So what? But anyway, what happened to him?
Well, by and large, he just sort of drifted into the background. He got a song. Yeah. He got to star in his own music video. But by and large, his role was done after Legend of Everfree. That was it. They never did anything more with this character. And I'll say that Vincent Tong, his voice actor, is a fantastic person. Wonderful human being. I'm so glad he got to voice Sandbar and at least do something, nice for people. Play a good character. Vincent Tong had to play Daniel on Voltron Force. No one should have to do that.
Daniel sounds like a human name.
He is. Voltron Force was like... The Voltron Force is back together, but they've got these cool, hip kids, yo.
Oh, no.
And the kids are there to connect with the young crowd and say, "Sup, my young parson? Like you, I too drink yogurt from a tube."
And he vapes.
So, yeah, Daniel was, I recall, a terribly annoying character in a show that was not very good. And so the fact that Vincent Tong got better roles and got to voice, in my opinion, better characters, he deserves that.
My career's not dead. Yes, it is. Shush. You got better.
You got lots better. Anything's better than Daniel of Voltron Force. Wow, now I'm going to have to make a YouTube video. Why I hate Daniel.
It's good. Let the hate flow through you. Getting Silver-Quill hot under the collar here.
Hold me back. Hold me back. I'm on my rage. My rage.
I'm thinking about Twilight. She's such a goody two-shoes. She doesn't want to marry a goody two-shoes. She needs a bad boy. She needs an absolute stinker, like a villain, a super villain. One of the bad characters comes along, wrecks her world to pieces. They pick up the pieces, they fight. He gets away. He's still a villain, and then they redeem him somehow. Like they totally full on Vegeta him or Piccolo him. So he's like, oh, he's actually not so bad, and he has a thing for Twilight. Boom, solved. Here's my change. That's what I'd change right there.
Well, it's funny. I wouldn't necessarily make him a villain. Okay, I admit I'm kind of channeling my OC idea here. But a chaotic individual, someone who's not so clean cut, and he's got to learn to deal with her organization. She's got to learn to deal with his spontaneity.
Yeah. What's his motivation? What does he want?
What does he want? Well, let's see here.
It can't be her to start with.
Okay.
Can't be her.
Can't be her. Well, suppose it... Okay, again, channeling.
I don't know why.
Channeling the OC I envision. Trying to fit in with equestrian culture in general. He's not a guy who fits in with the whole sing a song, get along with everybody.
He's a crusty old crank like me. Okay, so I'm Twilight Sparkle's ultimate guy.
Hey, if you want to go for it, go for it.
Yeah, it's me. It was me all along.
You thought it would be Flash Century, but it was me, Anthony C.
I would have gotten away with it too if I weren't being like kids.
See, we're back to Scooby-Doo reintegration.
Oh, that's right. That's it. He's a stoner. He's Shaggy.
There you go. Like Zoinks, Twilight. He's just trying to get into the royal pantry to get some Scooby snacks.
There's no freaking way Twilight would go for a guy like that, would she?
Maybe.
Like he's just a dude, he's just having fun. And he's got an animal sidekick. Come on, Scoob! Like, wow, dude.
Wow.
And what Twilight says, like, oh, he's just so messy. I don't know. There's something about that.
Oh, no. No, great. Now I'm picturing the Futurama with
drives me crazy. I hate him. But I can't stop thinking about him.
Now you're making me think of Futurama and the
dirty boy.
Oh, you're great. You do know what I'm talking about. The administrator.
She fraternized me. Yes. Like, are we taking this to the next level? Yes.
Yeah.
Hold still. What do you know of unicorn magic? This is freaky, dude!
They're just people in the... Oh, I've got a message from Sweetie Bloom. Cosmo Sparkle, one true pairing. Yeah, now just...
Well, I'll tell you what.
Now I'm picturing Twilight going, dirty boy, dirty, dirty!
I'm not... You know how much it takes to keep this pelt clean?
Oh.
I'm embarrassingly white! Light. A ship is born. Thank you, Pokemon Fire EV.
Ansolite. All right, yes. Go forth and spread the fan art of Ansolite.
Ansolite. Sorry, Ranch Hog. I know this ain't your thing. He's like, Silver-Quill, it's time to end.
Welcome, you're going to be. It's time to end you.
Oh, chat is like, stop it. Stop it. We can't take it. We're already dead.
Just keep kicking the horse. Well,
I do want to know.
What it usually means is that 2 hours is usually my cutoff time for the stream.
Oh, right.
I don't mean to monopolize everyone's time, but come on, we're coming up with a new ship. Give me a few more minutes here. Oh, 5 more minutes.
Twilight Sparkle and there's that Mordecai thing for a while.
Oh god, that more. Okay, shoot. I could make a wish right now that you stop this meme.
So who was it who said Yahtzee? I think Yahtzee was talking about Portal, and it's like, I finally found a flaw with Portal. It has the most annoying fan base of all time. Oh yeah, I'll see your Portal fan base and raise you a My Little Pony. No one's shipping the cube with anyone.
Oh no, that's a romance of the ages. The friendship cube, love, betrayal, rage, and redemption.
I don't think you can ship the cube. The fact that the cube is shippable, that's the joke.
Well, you know, if you throw in GLaDOS, then the relationship is cubed.
Oh no.
Actually, that's it. Let's ship Twilight Sparkle with the friendship cube.
The friendship cube.
Oh, wait,
my gosh. Yeah, she does love her MacGuffins, doesn't she?
All right. Wait, it was called the companion cube.
Companion cube. Yeah.
Yep, Core 2000's got it.
We'll insert a bona fide version of the companion cube or something. It adds some kind of magical mystery to it. And only Twilight Sparkle knows about it, and it turns into like the one ring of power, and she's like Gollum, it's my precious.
Or maybe she finally finds a way to open the companion cube and the perfect stallion boyfriend is inside. There you go.
I knew it! It's you, perfect male stallion!
It's you who totally resembles the viewer. No, we're not panning the camera over to see who it really is.
It's just some really amazing golden mane half-inch shot.
Half-inch shot.
Sparkling like Kenny from South Park.
And yeah, just leave everyone's imagination. Picture
it has a glow, and her face lights up with this glow like the box from the Ark of the Covenant.
But her face doesn't melt. Gotta be careful.
No. It's not like the suitcase from Pulp Fiction. Whoa, it's golden glow. It's the perfect stallion male companion. Wow. I knew you were always there. What's that with everything I like, my favorite food, and tickets to the thing I like to see? Cool. It's over, people. We did it.
So
No. It wouldn't work. She's got to fall for a bad guy, isn't she? She's got to fall for the broody villain. Oh, that's what we like to see nowadays, isn't it?
The broody.
Bad boys. Oh, she falls for a vampire. Yes, like a changeling or something.
Oh, a changeling sparkles in the light. Oh god, no. Sparkly changeling. Wait, that's Thorax. mean, he became a
He
sparkly
broke the
changeling.
thorax. I can be. It's like, she's like, I don't know if you can really be the one for me. Oh, honey, I can be anything.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
He just cycles through all of her hot crushes, which is just any male character in the show. He's Doctor Who's, he's Big Mac. He's like, oh, come on, baby, you know you always wanted me.
Then he turns into Princess Celestia, and, you know...
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, did you really never think about it? Oh, this is too hot for children's TV. And then,
and then we're canceled.
Suddenly he's Mordecai. Oh, cut to credits.
Yep, that'd be a good way to end it.
She doesn't look like a twitch, eye twitch, and a tear comes out, a single tear rolls down her face. The credits.
Oh, okay, I think we found the perfect romance right there.
It's Mordecai as Thor.
It was a changeling all along.
All right.
Well, okay, now that we have tested the bounds of shipping one and all, and probably scarred several people in the chat. Sorry, chat, there are no therapy bills included. Anthony, we're good. I think we'll wrap this up, but I want to know if there's anything you'd like to plug or let us know is up and coming, or just how you doing?
I'm fine. This is good. It's been a long time. Hi, everyone. Bye, everyone. And thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Watch after the fact. This one's going to be cool.
Yes, I'm looking forward to having this. I think I have gotten this to an acceptable level of G4, G5.
Yeah.
I think everyone will at least know who these characters are.
Good job.
Thank you. And
Job.
good jerb. Yeah, I want to do the jerb. And this has been fun. I haven't gotten to catch up with Anthony in a while, so just getting to banter back and forth and come up with all these outlandish ideas is just so much fun.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. And I promise I will not need to host the stream every time I want to talk to you. I want to keep in touch. Yes.
We'll do it again sometime.
Yes. I dig it. Snacks. I dig them.
You're friendly.
Yo, Baron. Actually, wait a minute. No one in the chat ever said that. You're all in the hole.
Yes, you cease to thrill me. Get in the hole.
Well.
Yeah, Anthony.
Well, in the meantime, everyone, I am going to wish you a wonderful weekend and just an overall good start to 2022. I have no idea what is in store, but we will walk through the new year together. Yes. So,
indeed.
Until next time, be safe and be well. I'm Silver-Quill. Thanks for watching.